Hello everybody, my name is Titania, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Text where I read? Yeah, don't worry, I'm at a part where I haven't read any text, don't worry. But anyway, I was told that it takes a while to get to the actual horrorness. Like, my friend Ruben said that the game took him roughly 6 hours to get through reading at his own pace. Now, personally, I don't know what pace you were going through the game, but I'm pretty sure you weren't making commentary and jokes as you went through, so you probably got through this faster than I'm going to. So, I'm going to start making these videos longer. And you'll notice that the quality is a little bit better. Anyway, with that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. I forgot to look up some of the voices I used to do to determine what Sayori's going to get and what Natsuki's going to get. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will be mine. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So let's see how this goes. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Interesting that my choices are these three girls. Games. Is this showing like, let's see, vanilla? Oh, she likes that. Amazing! Shoot. Sugar! I actually kind of want to go for Natsuki. Cute! Kiss? Woo! Anime! Rainbow. Candy. Lollipop. Jumpy. Marshmallow. Oh, Sayori kind of like, or is that just her jumping on her own thing? Left. Holiday. Oh, what next? Sweet. Oh, really? I thought that would be Natsuki. So I could make this like dark as absolute hell, but fun. Kitty. Yeah, because her cupcakes were kitties. Bubbles. Strawberry. One more. Milk. Okay. Hi again, Nephilim. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. You're gonna have me running away not too long from now, I'm sure. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Nephilim. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you shouldn't have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Nifflin always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. You're gonna be next.
How come? You and Nifflin can become good friends too.
Sayori! As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh! You even brought you something today. Brought you something today, you know? Oh, wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
She's so adorable. Maybe I should have gone for her first.
What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
Oh, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I would read it no matter what. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
I read at a pretty fast pace. Sometimes faster than my fucking eyes can keep up. But I definitely read faster than my mouth can keep up. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression when she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Okay, I found the voice I'm using. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books in the boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga. You read manga, right?
Sometimes. I've actually only started picking it up, and only for a series where I just really need answers for. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. I don't see why. It's not that big a deal. Probably a bigger deal in Japan than it is here. Oh. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. You can go, Pat. If you...
Why is it so hard for me to read while I'm doing this voice?
If you're gonna... Pat. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything.
Here's the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Nephilim. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Like this game?
In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm going to show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. So it's a magical girl manga. Ugh, I can tell. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. I came out a long time ago. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that.
Eh? Why is that? I guess it's easier to be... I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Okay, so maybe it's not magical, maybe it's just a moe blob. I kind of grow out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. But hey! I like slice of life. Some of the best comedies are slices of... Some of the best comedies and best romances are slices of life. Though I do prefer my shonen, I readily admit. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot?
I could make a joke, but I won't. I mean,
well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining.
So it's a bunch of filler before the plot sets in. But
later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. That smile is still awesome. Like, I just like the smile.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? I mean, it's called Parfait Girls.
Well...
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Only 15 minutes? Wow.
Yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga.
Your tsundere is showing.
I feel bad for anybody that
Impressionable. Your tsundere is showing. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh! That's a nice picture. Am I the only one who thinks that those look just her pigtails just kind of... Actually, it looks like she's got ears sticking up right there. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
I'm getting a little stuffed up here. Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince one of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
What's the look? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
Oh, do you not have friends outside the club? What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could never get my friends to read this.
Okay, she does. She does. Do they even know she reads manga?
They just think manga is for kids.
I can think of some manga and some anime that are definitely not for kids.
Can you bring it up with them without them being all like, "Eh, you still haven't grown out of that yet?" Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. Bad thing to say! But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Okay, so she didn't take that the wrong way. Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Why would your dad care? At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
What did she do? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me, probably touching. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I closed the book and handed it to Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets spent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Because anime is better and more important than manga. Fight me. I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what would happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. So, who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Eh? That was the point of sharing it in the first place. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours wasn't really bad. You were supposed to show me the dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it.
So it's good. You like it.
I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said
that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. No, she's just a tsundere. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Yeah, fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
She'll do it by glitching you into submission. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But is the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about sample writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
I did notice that. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's do Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
I've written a couple when I was younger. Or have not written anything like that since. Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice?
I'm so sorry. Dear God! She is precious! Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers.
Really?
And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even in a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback.
Oops, sorry. My feet are playing with something right now.
Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. By the way, did I read Natsuki's out loud? I can't remember if I did or not. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh boy. Okay, let me see if I can read this handwriting. It's very curvy. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Huh. I want to make sure I'm reading a couple of these words right. Okay.
I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting.
It's not terrible. It's just I have a slight hard time reading other people's cursive. That's all it is. That's a me problem, not you. Your handwriting's actually pretty good. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, your handwriting's pretty. You see, that's the thing. Like, I don't have a lot of experience reading other people's cursive or script handwriting. And if anything, I'm used to reading print, just plain print writing. Yeah. Which, honestly, like, trying to read somebody else's cursive is crazy. Like, sometimes I have a hard time reading my own cursive sometimes. But yeah, like, that's all it was.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short?
Ugh.
I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
Well, I was checking the time, see how long the video is so far.
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Nephilim.
Really?
I must have totally missed
the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
Hey.
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
Except you said the very title of it is Ghosts Under the Streetlight. Or Ghosts Under the Light. That's literally what it was. You literally used the word ghost. So you can't blame me for thinking you meant a ghost.
Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
Well, that's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really.
I'm not very good at interpreting what an author is trying to say through poems. I take a very literal approach to interpretation.
Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Next is Sayuri. Yeah, I'm going through in the order that I'm going to be, order of the routes that I'm going to be taking.
This is a good poem, Nephilim. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Nephilim. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. I'm trying to get with your friends! Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. You're on the list! Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes.
Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. Ooh. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Okay, that's sweet and cutesy. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? I can see it now.
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best. And it's a good poem.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I need eggs and toast.
Ugh, now I want eggs and toast. Of course, I don't have a toaster, and I'm running low on bread, and I don't have any money at all until next payday, on the 14th. It's the 5th. I've got 9 frickin'... I'm gonna have to make what little bread I have left last for 9 freaking days. I don't have a lot left. Even though you were late to school, I nudged my headphones. There. No. Where is it? There we go. Okay, so for those confused, like say Ruben, and my headphone jack hole in my microphone is loose. Too many insertions, if you know what I mean. And so basically, if I don't have it stuck in there just right, I won't get the full audio from whatever I'm doing. So if it gets jostled, I have to kind of twist it around a bit till it gets just the right spot, and then I can hear everything.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
I know that feeling. If I don't eat regularly, if I don't get my 3 square meals, I get hangry. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Like, I don't just get cranky, I get angry when I'm hungry, when I'm particularly hungry. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun.
Which reminds me, I'm actually getting hungry right now.
Monica's the best.
Yeah.
The next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. And last but not least, Monica.
Hi, Nephilim. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Besides, I've shown it to everyone else.
Don't worry, Nephilim. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it, Nephilim.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It makes me think of something Natsuki would write.
That's kind of the idea. Dear God, there goes my entire headphone jack. Just that easy. This pure accident. Oh, there we go. Right away. Yeah, that's the whole point. I was trying to get Natsuki points.
And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
If I have, I would not know it. Eh? Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for letting all kinds of telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. It might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
You know, now that I think about it, the name does seem familiar. I may have read something by him. And I just literally don't remember. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. Ooh, so I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
I kind of do. That's kind of the whole point. I have to impress each girl one at a time, one playthrough at a time, to unlock their individual endings.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Yes, I want to see the horror and the madness.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, there's a scroll to this one. Hole in wall.
It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
Is it you? Are you there? Are you looking at me? I feel like that's supposed to reference me. So, what do you think? I think that's supposed to be talking about me. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of people have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
The epiphany that you're in a game and that you're all powerful and could royally screw everything up and scar me emotionally and mentally? An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that.
Stop calling me.
I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow.
That is legitimately good advice. That's actually something I struggle with writing. That's really good advice, but the fact that that fits so well for me personally bothers me. You bother me, little missy.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. And yawn. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant that... the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Don't be mean.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Nephilim did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Nephilim liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Don't drag me into this, ladies! Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
What's that what is that music? What is this music?
That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Nephilim appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh!
Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nephilim started showing up.
Pardon? Pardon?
Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Nephilim, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Okay, hold up. First of all, it's all subjective. It's based on the reader's opinion. Okay? Hey, different people appreciate reading different styles of writing, and different people are skilled at different styles of writing. Okay? It's all it's all objective. It's all subjective. It's not this big of a deal, okay?
What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Nephilim.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Nephilim?
Look, I told you my opinion, and it's not my fault that we don't have the technology to take my words and put it into text form to say it to you girls, okay? Do not put a damn choice up on this screen. Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? Because you're the protagonist. Because I'm the protagonist. That's why I get dragged into this. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be, oh geez, I could just straight out pick one or the other, or I could bail. And actually, no. If I choose to ask Sayori for help, that would put me in points towards her route. So I wouldn't be avoiding anything. I'd just be pushing myself. I need something stronger than this. And I don't drink. I know what I'm gonna pick, too. I made my decision a long time ago. Just this whole situation is ridiculous. Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented.
Well...
But Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to bag myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Ha ha ha! Shows how much you know.
Don't rub it in.
That's not...
Natsuki, I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
And you're being mean right back. Natsuki's voice for once. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice suddenly gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so.
Feel free to take offense to the boobs thing.
Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Nephilim. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about...
Natsuki glances around the room.
Will everybody stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, think about your boobs. I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
She's not apologizing for the writing, she's just apologizing for the boobs. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with everyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori?
I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Nephilim. Yeah, no, I got dragged into some serious bullshit right there. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. Yeah, let's see you get put into this situation and have to pick someone. Also, don't think I haven't noticed the fact that you're not among any of the choices. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monica.
Eh? What about?
That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun!
Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. No, she's the vice president because she was the first one to second your motion for the club. She herself said so. In the end, though Monica's right. Though Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Wait till the horror sets in, buddy. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun!
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Nephilim, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something about your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yeah, that's right. I'll be able to get even more waifu points. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Exactly! I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Nephilim, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Nephilim, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I still think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but I'm after the booty! Does it really need to stop there? I want the booty! Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Enough with the... Okay, I guess it wouldn't be fair to give her head pat since I'm not on her route yet. But still, come on. Head pats. Head pats are better than shoulder pats. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to see Sayori as an internal monologue. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this. Later. In the next part. Because I'm out of time. So yeah, I'm out of time. I'm probably going to be looking at videos around this length from now on, probably around an hour, give or take. Hey, anything to help me get through. Well, I can kind of see
I may be wrong on this, but the whole horror aspect of this might be purely optional. Because just looking at the different options I had for a poem, there were some dark choices. I think there are choices within certain choices that I can choose that will affect each individual girl either positively or negatively. And I think depending on which ones I focus on, whether focusing on the negative or the positive will affect the kind of route I get, which could end up deciding like not only whose route I end up, but which ending for them I get. So I don't know, maybe the entire horror aspect is completely optional. I don't know. But that's something to explore later. If that turns out to be the case, I might not ever see the horror part. I might just do the happy-go-lucky bits and just forget about the horror aspect. I'd like to do that if I can. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. Later.